we bring you more breaking news into the story that we have been covering since morning. The Stampede in Bengaluru. Now, fans die in Stampede, but Neta's son gets VIP seat. Karnataka minister's son gets seat behind Virat during the bash. Karnataka Mantri's families got VIP access to the celebration. Stampede continued outside, but the VVIP high-handedness was also seen simultaneously at the bash that did not, in fact, stop when the Stampede was continuing outside. While common people were waiting outside the Vidhan Soudha, sons of ministers were given access to stage to stand behind Kohli. This was a government event inside Vidhan Soudha, and still families of minister ended up getting access. In a photo, Minister Zamir Ahmed and his son was seen in a white shirt. He's a Kannada actor, is what we know about him so far. But these are the details that are in fact being brought to the front. They are surfacing at this given point. But that is also what makes this entire incident even more disturbing with each passing minute at this given point. These little details that are now coming to the fore. Nagarjun Dwarkanath joins us on the bulletin to bring us more details on these very revelations that have come to the surface. Nagarjun, a very good morning to you. These are the latest findings of this very case. You know, politics was already being speculated in terms of what exactly has been said by the Chief Minister and the Deputy Chief Minister. But this indeed puts things into a very different, or rather a shade darker at this given point. If we look at the entire situation, it indeed is unfortunate how the Stampede continued outside, and yet it was the ministers getting VVIP access with the particular cricketers, while the fans were waiting since 10 in the morning outside.
That's absolutely true. You see the pictures, what has happened here. A minister's son standing right on the stage. It was a government event. How did the minister's son family get access to the event and go to the main stage? This main stage at protocol also, who sits where only the cabinet minister as well as the MLAs of the government would be given seat as per the protocol department. But we see high-handedness, VVIP high-handedness here, the ministers bringing their own family members to the event, while the people right just 15 foot, 20 foot away from Vidhan Soudha were suffering in the heat as well as in the chaos. Stampede-like situation near in front of Vidhan Soudha. People pelted stones also. Misplaced priorities of the government is also seen here. VVIP high-handedness, the same Netas question when they're in opposition, but look at the hypocrisy here. Their own son gets complete access to the players, to meet the players, while the common people, the real fans, are suffering, standing in the queue and trying to get into the stadium and trying to get a just small glimpse. People climb trees, people climb the High Court compound, and then also climbed the Vidhan Soudha premises compound also, while the Neta's son gets a big VVIP treatment on stage.
Right, Nagarjun, thank you so much for bringing us those details, but do stay with us because there is more details that we are getting at this given point. There is more breaking news coming into this very story at this given point as we keep a very close look at what all exactly went down. Yes, we are also looking at the political angle as to how these ministers and their sons and families got access to these to the very bash that continued in the Vidhan Soudha. We had in fact half expected yesterday that the celebrations would have halted after the Stampede, in fact, turned out and unfold. But this is rather unfortunate what exactly has taken place at this given point is what we understand.